I do believe that being abstinent for the last 3 years. So one decision we did make, or I really made it for the two of us, which probably wasn't the best thing as well, is after being in a sexually active relationship for 3.5 years, quitting porn. I said we're not gonna have sex. Like if we get married in the future, we'll have sex when we're married again. So that probably caused a lot of like tension in between the relationship. I would never advise anybody to do what I did. I would advise men though, if you're not married and you're struggling with porn, stop having sex. And I would advise married men too to actually maybe even go on a sex fast with your wife, because I do think it helps in the initial reboot recovery process. But for
But
me,
making
yeah,
sure you're communicating with her.
100%. Yeah,
Yeah.
don't stop having sex with your wife without communicating that
Why
to
am I
her.
getting
100.
rejected? Yeah,
No,
yeah,
yeah. I mean, at that point, if you're working through it, she's probably already aware and familiar with what's going on, and
yeah.
explain to her with her. I actually think it may create deeper intimacy and connection with the human being that your wife is, and then you can return back to, sex 90 days later. But
Do you find women when that kind of stuff happens? I'm sure you've coached men through this. Do you find women to find more attraction for their men to like seeing them step up as a man to be more of the man they're called to be? Like, do you find that at all happen, or do you hear about it ever?
I've had a few women message me directly like, Frank, thank you. You
Oh, that's
gave me
awesome.
my husband back. Like I met my husband for the first time after he went through your program. Like those are the stories that I've heard
Dude, I
from women
love it.
specifically. And I've had men tell me like, dude, my sex life is better than it's ever possibly been. Like my wife can't keep her hands off me. She wants to jump my bones every single night. So I haven't heard that specifically from a woman saying, yeah, I'm more attracted to my men now than I was before. But all that is telling me exactly that's
Yeah, their
that's
actions are
that's
telling you
what's
exactly
happening.
that. That's fantastic.
Yeah. But no, I think for me, obviously, mastering, my natural sexual desires over these last, 2.5, 3 years of completely denying myself from porn, sex, masturbation, nothing, has played a massive role in just who I've been able to become. Like, and I'm sitting on this post. I'm trying to figure out exactly how to word it, but like I don't think a man should pursue a relationship with a woman until he's mastered the ability to transcend his natural sexual desires. Like if you can't control yourself, like sexually, you need porn to masturbate, or if you get denied sex, you got to go run to jerk off because you lack that much self control. You have no right being in a relationship sexually with a woman. Like either you're gonna do something to hurt yourself, or you're gonna do something that's completely gonna let her down emotionally.
Now, this is something I talk about on the Muscular Gentleman show here, like attraction being one of the things we talk about a lot, and masculinity, obviously the biggest thing. But let me just say this: like you just hit the nail on the head. The the ability to create attraction with the feminine energy, when you have that control over yourself from the urges of sex, it like a woman needs to know that you don't need her. She
Mm.
feels that you don't need her. She's attracted to you, right? You become more valuable. It's like gold, right? It's this scarce commodity. It's not water. Even though we need water to live, gold is more valuable because it's so scarce. You become scarce as a man
Mm.
as soon as you just say, "Look, I don't need you. I don't need sex from you. I'm not chasing, your vagina. I'm just living out my purpose." But and this is where I talk to men a lot about this, the difference between wanting a woman and needing a woman. They're so
Mm.
different, huge difference. I
Huge.
want my wife. I want her, and I make sure she knows that I want her, but I don't need her. And she knows that, but that's what keeps the attraction between us. And I think porn is one of those things that creates neediness for a woman and for sex and things like that. And that neediness causes issues that guys just don't see.